Hey guys, Deathmetal Bard here, back with another little discussion, I guess, on two things that have recently come out. A new Pokemon game for the Nintendo Switch, and Fallout 76. Yay! Is how I'm basically describing my initial reactions to it. First, let's get the Pokemon one out of the way. There we go. That's a good little picture. As you can see, it's Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee was one of the Pokemon Switch games that's going to be coming out. Another one is just basically like Pokemon Cube animals or some bullshit. That basically looks like a really blocky Pokemon doing stuff, and it's supposed to come out for mobile games. But this is the one that people are more interested in. Is that uh, it looks like it's going to be kind of a remake, if you will, of Pokemon Yellow, where you get to have either a Pikachu or an Eevee as your first partner. Now, speaking as someone who played the original Pokemon Yellow like a gazillion years ago, uh, Pokemon Yellow was. I mean, if you were like a fan of the anime and stuff like that, it had a lot of elements from that. You know, it had Jesse and James from Team Rocket in it. Your Pikachu followed you around. You we tried to implement. I think at the time we were trying to implement a kind of like a friend system. See how you and your Pikachu were kind of acting with each other, to make better friendships, that kind of thing. So I think it'll be actually very interesting to see. With of course, the new Pokemon games, they basically created the Pokemon Ami or Amie, whatever, where you get to pet your Pokemon, feed it, brush it, all that shit. A lot of that interaction. So I really want to see that in this game. Plus, people like Eevee. There's a lot of people that like Eevee, so why not? I think that'll be fairly interesting. But while I say that it's interesting, I think people need to kind of see what's going on with the Switch. Is that while the Switch has a lot of good Nintendo-based games, there is actually not a lot of third-party games. I mean, they have Doom, and they have Skyrim, but the Skyrim is an old game. It's about 10 years old now, or something like that. What the Switch really needs good third-party IPs that can be used and implemented with its technology. But the thing is that it's kind of in a weird place. There's obviously some decent games on it, but still nothing that I feel is substantial enough to make me want to buy a Switch. That's kind of a bad thing. I mean, I got the Wii U, and I had a Wii a long time ago. And basically, aside from the Nintendo-based games, there wasn't really a lot of games I really wanted to play. And I think that's kind of the problem with Nintendo, is that they always make decent games, but they never really try to uh, make it so that other third-party games are just as entertaining or just as good. I don't know if maybe that's just the fact that they do a lot of ports of stuff where it's just purely, Nintendo just wants to purely have its own games. Again, fine. But the thing is that you can only have so many first party Nintendo games before basically it's like, well, that's literally it. I mean, like, people were excited about Breath of the Wild when it came out, but like aside from that and Splatoon 2 and Odyssey, there's like only three like games I can really think of. I think now they have a Kirby game as well. But I mean, that's basically it. It's like for the Switch. So I mean, yay that you're getting a new Pokemon game. Yay, you're getting uh, the Switch is getting another much needed game. but kind of falls kind of short, I think. Anyway, let's go to Fallout 76. The trailer, or rather the teaser for it, very decently graphic content and all that stuff. But I don't want to talk about it. Apparently, there have been stuff circulating that the game is going to be an online survival based game. So I'm not entirely sure if all that stuff is correct. A lot of things that people say are leaked, air quotations, present. A lot of them are just mostly, hokey smoke stuff to get people either excited for or kind of get them in a tizzy about the game. But honestly, I don't really want another Fallout game. I still have not played Fallout 4. I played Fallout 3. I played a little bit of New Vegas. And those two games were decent. I didn't get into Fallout until the third one. Obviously, I never had a computer that was... I never really had a computer that was decent enough to really use for games. So I didn't really get to play a lot of the first Fallouts. I probably could play them now, which I might do in the future or what have you. But what I see from like the Fallout 76 game or teaser about it is that they know that the Fallout series is still very popular. And they know that survival games are very popular. Things like Rust, 7 Days to Die, Minecraft. I mean, obviously in Fallout 4 there's a lot of crafting in that game. Nothing wrong with crafting, but you need to really have a game that kind of works with that. And I think that's kind of the aspect of Fallout that isn't really what it's made for. Fallout was made to be an RPG game. It was meant to be this game where you make your character and you go out there, you explore the wasteland, you deal with and explore all this large world of the apocalyptic, the dystopic and stuff. And with Fallout 3, you kind of closer to what I think it should have been. I think with Fallout 4, I believe the only things you could really craft were suits of art, like power suits and your bases or some shit like that. I mean, okay, I guess. Honestly, Fallout should have had, if there was supposed to be like any crafting, it would be in a Fallout game. I would have thought weapons would have been much more interesting. Because to me, that's what people in a apocalyptic nuclear Fallout future would have. They would need to have all these, scrounge together all those scraps and pieces and everything, and basically make your own weapons or make your own things. Like that was, in Fallout 3 and such, you could, you have to repair your weapons, which got annoying. But it made you go, okay, I need to have these particular weapons. I need to make sure that these weapons are in working condition because I really need them. And so it was like, okay, you would go out, you would explore, but you would also kind of scrounge. You'd try to scrounge around for things that you would hope you could use to repair your weapons or make them stronger and things like that. Those particular parts of it would make sense. But a survival thing in Fallout, I don't know. Making it co-op, I guess that's fine. But it just seems a little... I just think it kind of seems like a little too off-kilter of what Fallout was kind of meant to be about. Fallout was meant, in my eyes, to be about you, the singular person, exploring the world, seeing all of the things that happened to the world after it was blown to shit, and that was basically it. I mean, I guess having like a second person is fine, but again, I just don't think that that's really the core elements of what Fallout should be. But I mean, I'm not a game publisher. I'm not anything like that. So I don't know. Maybe that's what other fans have been clamoring for. You know, having a co-op survival-based thing for Fallout, and maybe I'm just talking out my ass at this point. But that's basically all I kind of really want to talk about. But discuss it. Discuss it in the comments or whatever. Subscribe if you want. I'm going to try and do game reviews and stuff like that. It's just been really hard to sit down and really just kind of put stuff together. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try as best I can. So, again, if you liked it, cool. Comment. Think about what other stuff I should talk about or whatever. That's about it. Death on a Bar is signing out.